Extra, have you heard the news? There are some incredible people doing incredible things in our city, and that's something we will never get tired of.
Tressa Glover from the Yinz Are Good Podcast is here to share more about the positivity hitting the 412. We do love when you're here.
Yeah,
makes us smile.
It is great vibes on a Monday.
And the first person we're going to talk about is someone I think we both had the privilege of meeting and interviewing, talking with, Neil Walker. So you recently talked with him. Tell us about this conversation.
Yes, so it was at Yinz Are Palooza that the Pirates had a couple of weekends ago, and he was available. They said, would you want to talk to Neil? Because we had a tent there to talk with folks about good things, about acts of kindness that have affected their life, and along those lines. And the Pirates said, do you want to talk to him? And I said, yes, because when you think of, or when you hear people doing good works for the community as far as athletes, his name comes up all the time.
Yeah, true.
And I said, yes. So we sat down. We had such a blast, and it was like we'd already known each other. But sharing, he talked about a few of the different organizations like Lending Hearts, but all the different ones that he's been working with and, trying to get their names out there for a long time. It was so much fun.
That is a Pittsburgh athlete that comes to mind, one of the first that comes to mind every time I think of just a good guy who stuck around and made this city better than what it was before him. And that's hard because this is a great city.
It is.
And you also just did a recent interview with an award-winning playwright. This was very exciting. I've heard his name many times.
Yes, Mark Southers. So he also runs Pittsburgh Playwrights Theater. And I've known him for 21 years. We met when I was doing a play there. I met my husband there and doing that play.
Oh, so you have a very special connection.
Very special
matchmaker.
Connection. But Mark is incredible, and what he has done with Pittsburgh Playwrights Theater Company, building community, right, creating this place, supporting other playwrights. He has worked with August Wilson. He knew August Wilson, and they do an August Wilson experience that's coming up in August. At August Wilson's childhood home in the Hill District and at their new space in the Hill District. Mark is from the Hill District. There he is. But also, when you saw that shot of him in a hospital bed with his two little ones, this was 10 years ago. He suffered a devastating car accident and was in the hospital for months recovering.
Wow.
And during that time, he wrote what he called the 99 Chronicles, just each day writing about his experience that he ended up sharing and then inspiring other people. He started getting notes from people like, thank you so much, and he hadn't even known that could be, he was just doing it for, so we got to chat, and boy, it's always
really
great to talk with him, but he's wonderful.
Well, before we get your take on this next one, we have a little clip to share with you, and this is from a middle schooler who runs Operation Help a Neighbor, so take a listen.
And what are you doing now?
It's called Operation Help Your Neighbor. I put bins in certain places, and I put toiletries, laundry soaps, detergents, and all that in these little boxes, and we fill them up every 2 weeks or a week. Every week we put it out on Facebook and stuff, hoping some people donate back to it.
And what has the response been like?
Good.
Oh,
a man of few words there, doesn't bragging about himself.
I know. I was like, okay, I got it. 12, got it. But it was last time I was on the show last month. I mentioned how to reach out to us, send us an email if you know a good neighbor who's doing good in your neighborhood, and received an email from his mom Leslie saying, I want to nominate my son.
Oh yes, Leslie.
So Leslie's part of the interview too, and it's incredible. And he said, yeah, let's do this. And they have these boxes around, and it really is to support the neighbors, support the community. What a lovely family.
I can't imagine raising a 12-year-old with that kind of intellect.
I was going to say, I mean, obviously, his parents are doing such a wonderful job. His family is doing such a wonderful job to be able to instill something like that, to give back, to help somebody when you have the means to do so. Just phenomenal.
Yeah, that came up in our conversation as Leslie was a part of it too. And I said, and it turned out that since he could walk, they had been encouraging him. They have done charitable things throughout, and so nurtured him in that way too. Yeah.
The Coltons of the world will change the world for the better.
That is correct.
So if someone like Leslie knows someone that they want to get in contact with you about and maybe feature on a podcast episode, how do they do so?
They just email us. yinzaregood@gmail.com. It's so easy.
And Yinz Are Good.
Is the work just coming to you? It has to just be coming to you.
Yeah, a bit. I do reach out to folks whenever, if I hear about folks doing good things. I still love that part of it, but I hear from so many people do you know about these people? Or, hey, do you know about what I do? I'm like, yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
It's so special.
It really is. And it's wonderful to be able to listen and to find out more about these people. Great stuff, Tressa.
Thanks, Tressa. You can listen to episodes of the Yinz Are Good podcast on most audio streaming platforms. To tune in, head to our website, kdk.com/talkpittsburgh for more info. And we'll be back with a brand new Birds Brainstorm segment. That's next.